you're thinking about starting a business in Ohio, the last thing that you want is to mess up the paperwork and waste time or money fixing it later. Now, the good news, Ohio is actually one of the easiest and most affordable states to get started if you know the exact steps. So in this video, I'll walk you through how to launch your LLC the right way. No confusion, no legal headaches. And I want to mention before we actually start, there's one tiny mistake that trips up a lot of new business owners that we need to make sure doesn't happen to you. But more on that here in a minute. So why even bother starting your LLC in Ohio? Well, simple. Ohio offers a sweet spot between affordability and opportunity. For one, the filing fee here is super cheap, and the cost of starting is very reasonable. Beyond cost, location matters. So Ohio sits within a one-day drive of 60% of the US population and half of Canada. That makes it much easier to connect with major markets without paying big city or coastal prices. And here's another win. So LLCs in Ohio, they don't pay any corporate income tax on their first $250,000 of revenue. Now, for small business owners just getting off the ground, that can make a huge difference. On top of all that, the state also has free resources like small business development centers and startup accelerators that can give you the mentorship and support that you won't always find elsewhere. Plus, they don't require you to file an annual report, which is super rare. Ohio is affordable, connected, and surprisingly business-friendly. Now, the question is, what's the very first step in forming your LLC here? Well, it all starts with picking the right business name. Now, I do want to say, before we jump in too deep here, here's one thing to keep in mind, right? So starting your business, it should be exciting, not overwhelming. But forming an LLC, I get it. On your own, that can get really confusing with all the legal forms, rules, and easy to miss details. Now, I'll walk you through everything in this video, but if any part of this feels confusing, I've got a favorite LLC formation service that makes the whole process super simple and stress-free. It's guided, beginner-friendly, and it only costs $39. So if you hit any bumps along the way, just go ahead and click right up here to get step-by-step help setting up your LLC the easy way. All right, so here's where things get real, right? So before you can file anything, Ohio requires your LLC to have a name that fits their rules. But if you don't do this right, your application, it could get rejected, which is going to cost you both time and money, which is the tiny mistake that I hinted at in the intro of this video. So in Ohio, your business name must be unique and not, confusingly similar to another business that's already registered in the state. So that means that you'll need to do a quick business name search on the Ohio Secretary of State's website, which is linked to below, along with every other resource in this video. And trust me, this little step, it saves a ton of headaches. Now, another rule, your name needs to include limited liability company or an abbreviation like LLC or LLC. That little detail might seem small, but it's what legally tells the world your business is an LLC, not a sole proprietorship or corporation. Now, once you've secured a name, you're ready for the next step, which is appointing someone extremely important to your business, which is your statutory agent. Okay, so a statutory agent is Ohio's term for what many states call a registered agent, and every LLC must have one. But why does this matter? Well, imagine that your business gets sued or the state needs to send you an important tax notice. They're not going to send it to your personal email or just leave it by your front door. Instead, those documents go straight to your statutory agent. Now, if you don't have a reliable one, well, you could miss deadlines that could cost you big time, even losing a lawsuit without ever showing up. Now, in Ohio, your statutory agent can be an individual who lives in the state or a business legally operating there. Now, you can list yourself, but there are some things to know if you do that. So first, you'll always need to be available in person during normal business hours at a single street address to receive and possibly sign off on docs that you receive from the government. So if you travel or run errands in the middle of the day, which most of us do, it's not ideal. Plus, your address will go on public record, which means that your privacy is, essentially gone, which is especially important if you work from home. So this is why I recommend a professional service. Now, personally, my preferred provider, which I have used, is Northwest Registered Agent. They're known for their strong privacy protections, excellent customer support, and straightforward pricing. If you hire them to help form your LLC, the cost is just $39. And one of the best perks of using them is that you can use their business address on your public filings, which helps keep your personal address private and cuts down on junk mail. So if you want to check them out, go ahead and click right up here to learn more. Now, once your agent is set, you're ready for the official paperwork, which is the Articles of Organization. So think of your Articles of Organization as the official birth certificate for your LLC. Until you complete this step, your business isn't legally recognized by the state or federally. The form itself is surprisingly straightforward, right? You'll need to list your LLC's name, the address of your business, your statutory agent's name and address, and a few basic details about who's forming the LLC. And once that's completed, you can file online, by mail, or in person. Now, most people go with the online option, right? Because it's faster and easier. And the filing fee is only $99, which is one of the cheaper charges in the entire country. Processing typically takes about a week, but you can pay for an expedited service if you're in a rush. Now, the good news is that once the state approves your articles of organization, your LLC, it officially exists. That approval comes with a stamped certificate that you'll want to keep for your records as well. So at this point, you've gone from, I've got a business idea to I've legally created a company. But there's some other steps that you shouldn't skip, and that list starts with setting up an operating agreement. So now that your LLC legally exists, it's time to put some structure behind it. So that's where an operating agreement, it comes into play. So here's the thing. So Ohio doesn't legally require you to have one, but skipping it can cause big problems later. So an operating agreement is essentially the playbook for how your LLC will run. It spells out, who owns what percent of the company, how profits are divided, what happens if someone leaves, and how big decisions get made. Now, without it, you're stuck relying on Ohio's default LLC laws, which may not match how you actually want to run your business. So why does that matter? Well, imagine that you're starting a coffee shop with a friend, and things are going great until one of you wants out. Well, without an operating agreement, figuring out ownership or payouts, it could quickly turn into a messy and expensive fight. Even if you're a single member LLC, having this document, it makes your business look more professional and can actually help protect you and your liability shield if you ever get challenged in court. So once you've got your agreement in place, the next step is simple but crucial, and that's getting your employer identification number, or your EIN. So your EIN, it can be thought of kind of as your LLC's social security number to the IRS. It's unique to your business and used for taxes, hiring employees, and even opening a business bank account. Now, the good news, applying for an EIN is actually completely free, and you don't need to pay some random website to do it, right? It's really simple. Just hop over to the IRS website, fill out a quick online form, and you'll get an EIN instantly if you apply during business hours. Now, you might be asking, do I really need one? Well, the answer is almost always yes. Even if you're a single member LLC with no employees, banks will usually require an EIN before letting you open a dedicated business bank account. And trust me, you really don't want to mix your personal bank account with your business funds, because that can blur the liability protections, which means that if you ever get sued, they might go after your personal assets. So just don't do that. So whether you plan to hire staff right away or not, getting an EIN, it is a step that sets you up to operate like a real professional business. So you just have to do it. All right, so next up, we'll tackle Ohio's specific state and local requirements that can impact your LLC as well. So at this point, your LLC has its structure, name, and EIN. But before you start making money, you'll need to make sure that you're set up to actually operate legally in Ohio. And this is where state and local requirements come in. So first, if your LLC will be selling taxable goods or certain services, you must register for an Ohio vendor's license through the Department of Taxation. The cost here is $25, and it allows you to collect and remit sales tax properly. Second, depending on your industry, you may need special licenses or permits. So for example, a restaurant, right, it might require health department permits, while a construction contractor may need state-level professional licensing. These rules really vary by city and country, so it's smart to check with your local city hall or county clerk before starting operations. And third, Ohio requires all businesses with employees to register for state employer taxes like unemployment insurance and workers' compensation. Even if you're not hiring right away, keeping this on your radar ensures that you won't get blindsided later. And here's a quick tip. Many small business owners, they find it helpful to contact their local Small Business Development Center, or SBDC. They are completely free to use, and they'll give you guidance tailored to your city or county. Now, once you've handled these state and local pieces, you've covered your legal bases. So now let's put it all together with the part that everyone wants to know, which is the total costs involved in both starting and maintaining your LLC in Ohio. All right, so let's talk numbers, right? The part that most people care about. Let's start with the startup costs, okay? So first, your articles of organization filing fee required $99. So this is the one cost you absolutely cannot avoid. It's the official fee to create your LLC with the Secretary of State. Next, statutory agent. That's optional, but highly recommended. That's free if you serve as your own, but many business owners, including myself, go with a professional service for privacy and convenience. So if you go with Northwest Registered Agent, which I highly recommend, it's $39 to start. Next, vendor's licenses. So this is optional. If required for your business, cost for that's going to be 25 bucks. All right, next here, let's get into the ongoing costs. So business licenses and permits, right? These are required, but it really depends on your industry if they're required. So costs vary by industry and city. A basic local business license might run, $25 to $100 annually. Also, the statutory agent renewal. So this is optional, but if you use Northwest Registered Agent, it's $125 per year. So depending on your setup, you might spend as little as, $100 to maybe $200 to get started, or a few hundred more if you have to pay for legal help along the way or many different licenses or things like that. Now, ongoing costs are relatively low, making Ohio an affordable state to run your LLC long term. But again, to help with all this, I do advise you to use a service like Northwest Registered Agent, which again, you can click right up here to check out, as they'll really help you stay in compliance year after year, help you set up your business, and do everything right. Well, you just focus on the important thing, which is running a profitable business. Now, if you're a little bit confused about this process or just have any questions, just drop me a comment below, and I will do my absolute best to help you out as soon as possible. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.